Hello there everyone, Citrus Aviation here with more quarantine content for you all. This is Aviation News Today, Episode 3. Hopefully y'all are staying safe and following your safety regulations of your local officials and not getting the sickness. So we're going to get started with the news for today. And we have some groundings, more grounding pictures to start off with. This first picture is here of some aircraft taken at Danzig. I believe Danzig or Gdansk. It's the big city in Poland that's on the peninsula there by the Baltic Sea. So that's the city that we're taking a look at, and this is their airport. As you can see here, there's a bunch of Wizz Air, Ryanair, and that's an Interjet over there, and some LOT Q400s. So a bunch of aircraft just parked here. Really cool picture, but it is really sad to see a lot of aircraft getting parked up. Now, an interesting thing that's happening is you might have heard that there have been some airport closures. Now, most of those were only really temporary, like Midway Airport closed for about a week before opening back up, and Las Vegas International Airport closed over last weekend. Now, all that stuff was big because the airports were going a thorough cleaning, so they had to close the entire buildings or parts of the airport to clean the entire thing, and the airports have reopened now. But there aren't a lot of people there, going to fly right now. And a lot of airports, big airports, I mostly, follow U.S. airports really closely. I mean, I know a lot about airports like this one here in Danzig or Gdansk, whatever it's pronounced as. But I do know a lot about airports. I just mostly closely follow the ones here in the United States. Atlanta Airport is at really reduced capacity, as well as a bunch of other airports. You might have heard that Salt Lake City Airport closed temporarily. Now that was because the city of Salt Lake City encountered a 5.7 on the Richter scale earthquake, and so they had to close the airport to ensure that no safety issues were happening and that things were just fine. So that's the situation. That it had nothing to do with the current illness going around. That being said, we're going to take a look at this next picture here of some WestJet 737s just parked up at Toronto Peterson International Airport. I just find these pictures really fascinating, as you don't normally see this during a normal aviation industry. So I'm just showing these pictures because I think they look really interesting. Alright, next news up. Alitalia has received a bailout. This is not the first time the airline's been bailed out, but the airline has now been bailed out by the state government. It occurred about a week ago. And the airline is currently in okay condition for the meantime. As you can see, here's an aircraft parked at a hard stand. Now, this is not parked just to be parked. This is, during regular service. But Alitalia is still going to have to be parked for a while until their aircraft are able to get back into service. As Italy right now is a country that's on lockdown because of the situation. So hopefully things get better for Alitalia. I don't think they will. I think the airline will actually go bankrupt. I think the bailout is just temporary. Either they're going to go bankrupt or somebody else is going to come in and buy them out or something. But Alitalia just is one of those airlines that's it's on its last straws, and eventually they're going to go out. And then the final story we have for today has to do with Emirates Airlines. Now, you might have heard yesterday I mentioned that Emirates Airlines is going to cease all operations, or all major operations. Now, apparently there has been a kind of asterisk placed on that with some more information released. And that is that Emirates, as of tonight at midnight, will cease all major operations. However, they will still continue to do some flights that are contracted with governments to bring nationals home, and Emirates Sky Cargo will still be operating, as well as you might see some Emirates aircraft flying for cargo purposes. So you might see like this A380, for example, flying to deliver medical supplies or something like that. So I have seen people commenting, well, you said X airline was closed, but I saw this airplane flying on their regular route. Well, that might have been one of two things. Might have been either they're doing a national flight to bring home nationals that want to return home, or they are doing a important cargo flight using their main commercial aircraft. So many airlines are shutting down operations temporarily, but if you see something like a normal aircraft flying a normal flight, that might not be even a passenger flight. So just want to note to you about that. I hope you guys, stay safe, enjoy this short video, have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.